All right, let's go to the Pop-Tarts Bowl
Yes.
between Kansas State and NC State. This game will be played in Orlando, Florida. Kansas State 2.5-point favorite over under 47.5.
What's your favorite
What are they
Pop-Tart?
doing here? They're doing with a mascot.
So there's a mascot. Like I haven't seen pictures. I've been looking all over for it. I was hoping we could see it before the pod, but there's a mascot, kind of like the Blooming Onion, right? Down in the Outback Bowl. But apparently at the end of the game, you can eat the mascot. So that brings me to my question to you, Stuck. What is your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
So I think that Pop-Tarts, there's too much crust. So I'm a crust break off guy. So I will break off all the end crust. And I respect people that will say what is the traditional strawberry? Is that what it is?
Frosted strawberry, yeah.
But the best by far to me. I mean, I'm a chocolate guy, but the s'mores is my favorite Pop-Tart.
Yeah, I am a frosted strawberry guy, blueberry I'll pivot off to, but I have to say, I lost 40 pounds last off season, and a big part of my diet was that I saved my fats. I was counting my fats, proteins, and carbs. I saved Pop-Tart minis next to my nightstand every night. That was my one dessert every night that I counted into my daily chart. Pop-Tart minis are just so excellent. Like it's a perfect calorie count. It's perfect if you're trying to watch any kind of weight whatsoever. Have you had those before? The little minis?
I've not.
Oh my
I'll
God.
check
Go
them out.
find it's in the snack aisle, but now it's just a little bag. It's maybe got like 8 little minis in there. And I don't know what you're gonna do about peeling the crust off because they're so small, but lifesaver on diet. So that's got my vote there. The frosted minis, Pop-Tarts.
Are you a s'mores guy?
It's okay, but I would definitely opt for blueberry or strawberry first.
Yeah. And did you heat them up? You don't do that with.
No, I went straight out of the bag. I don't know. These people like them warm, get them a little bit soft. Do you do it soft? I don't. I just go straight at it. I can't wait that long. I can't wait 30 seconds.
Yeah, I would eat them. I just eat them regular, but I don't mind them when they're.
What are they going to do with this live mascot? They're going to throw them in a microwave?
It's it can't be live. You can't eat a lot. Wait. Oh, so it's probably made of Pop-Tart and then you eat the outside of him, I guess.
Like, is he still in the suit? And you're eating on a live. This is crazy.
Maybe he has Pop-Tarts or is he made of Pop-Tart? One big Pop-Tart, or does he have just like Pop-Tarts glued to him? All right. Now
This should make him eat himself out. He should like eat himself out of the outfit.
Phrasing. All right. So Kansas State here. Kansas State is a shell unit. Opt-outs, wide receiver Phillip Brooks, one of their best tight end, Ben Sinnott, both opted out. Their starting defensive tackle, Samoa, he is injured. He was on crutches in the finale. They lost their starting linebacker, Jake Clifton, in week 11. They already lost their middle linebacker, Daniel Green, and his backup earlier in the season. Starting quarterback, Will Howard, portal. Avery Johnson should start. More of a runner, got some experience this year. Running back, Trayshawn Ward. Starting safety, Kobe Savage. Starting cornerback, Will Lee. Their edge, Nate Matlack. So they are kind of a match unit. NC State had some opt-outs. No one really important. The starting nose tackle, CJ Clark, he matters a bit. And, wide receiver Porter Rooks, wide receiver Terrell Timmons, but no one too important. Peyton Wilson, one of the best linebackers in the country.
Silence.
He's going to the NFL. He's playing.
He's playing,
yeah. So that's a good sign for NC State. I love NC State. It was one of my favorite bowl bets. This is a team that quietly, even though they had the quarterback drama, so MJ Morris hit the portal. Brendan Armstrong came back as a starter. Here's how they ended the year after all that happened. They beat Clemson, and they beat Miami by 14. Then they beat Wake by 20, beat Tech at Tech. Then they beat North Carolina by 20. This is a team that ended the season on fire. I think they really care. NC State getting to 10 wins for Dave Doran is super important. They were supposed to get there when they had a bowl in the COVID year against UCLA. Then it got canceled because UCLA didn't want to play. They are highly motivated. I know some people close to the program. I love NC State here. I think they win this game. Kansas State, meanwhile, they're on the other end of the spectrum. If you look, I mean, yes, they barely beat Kansas, but then they were embarrassed at home by Iowa State. This is a team that was in the Big 12. They were Big 12 champions last year, had bigger aspirations than this. I think NC State comes out fired up. Kansas State also lost their offensive coordinator. All these opt-outs signal to me They don't really care. They're not going to be able to run the ball in NC State. I love the Wolfpack here.
Yeah, something lit a fire under NC State's ass and Dave Doran, and it possibly could have been Steve Smith calling them a basketball school and that they didn't care. Crazy statement. You're right. Shell unit is what we got here for Kansas State. Avery Johnson's going to get the start. I remember the 5 touchdowns that he posted against Texas Tech in week 7, and we were ready to bet him. He hasn't had a touchdown since. Looks like the book is out on him from a running perspective and the offense that they're in. He hasn't really done anything, but now he's going to take the quarterback position here. He's lost all of his weapons at, Ben Sinnott at tight end, Phil Brooks, shout out to CM Punk. That's his real name, but it's not the same guy. Cooper Beebe would be a big loss if he's out. Hadley Panzer did get 115 snaps at left guard this season, but it's a massive downgrade on the offensive line. Kansas State runs power, man, inside zone, a lot of stuff, but NC State meets national average and success rate, and all of those, they dominate opponents that run man blocking run schemes. That's what Kansas State's going to run, and NC State's going to get that. With Peyton Wilson there, it's going to be tough sledding here for this Kansas State offense. When you flip to the other side, I guess is this a farewell to Brennan Armstrong, the scramble score offense that he likes to run? It's going to be a huge rushing game against the Kansas State defensive line that's missing. Armstrong over 600 rushing yards on the season. Half of that is split between scrambles and designed runs. Amazingly, I couldn't believe this. Brennan Armstrong only had 2 fumbles this year. He had 19 in his career coming in here. No real advantages in terms of, season-long numbers with zone read for NC State against the Kansas State defense. But still, like we said, it's a shell unit. It's going to be a little bit different in success rate. Armstrong was pretty fantastic in cover 1, but I don't expect a lot of passing in this game. Big tackle discrepancy here. NC State 6th, Kansas State 125th. Big special teams advantage here for NC State. 12th per SP plus, 94th in Kansas State. There's way too many advantages here for NC State. Wolfpack all the way. Let's go. Oh, by the way, Optimus Klein, gone. Optimus Klein, Colin Klein, no longer the offensive coordinator at Kansas State.
Yep. Yeah. Love the Wolfpack here in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.